Hey, is your voice agent sound unresponsive, robotic, or just off? You might be making one of these three mistakes. I made all of them, and today I'm going to show you how to fix them in a live screen. The first mistake is something everyone does while building a voice agent at the start. They put a lot of context to the agent, either its rules, questions, and every possible scenario which could come to the voice agent. Or they might give the agent less context so it won't be able to find things when it's required. You might be thinking, what's wrong with that? Let's suppose you have a lot of data which you have to read every single time before giving a response. You might hallucinate. So that's happens same with the agent. And if you have less context or data to read and give the answer, you might make your own answers while giving the response. So it happens the same with the voice agents as well. You don't have to do both of them. You just need to give the amount of data maximum people ask for. Let's say if you're building a voice agent for a real estate people, so the data could include how many rooms they have, what are the amenities they provide, and the questions around those things. But let's say if you give a lot of information which is irrelevant, the agent could break and hallucinate at the same time. I will be showing what data you need to give while building a voice agent for a particular industry, so you can replicate those things for other as well. Look at this. This is something a prompt looks like, with heavy context and a lot of data. This type of prompt could be a very heavy prompt for a LLM to process. For giving a reply, it have to read every single line, and it really causes a lot of efforts to the prompt. There are a lot of data which not need to be there. And the other part, what the lesser context prompt looks like, it looks like this. It's too much small that the LLM doesn't have the data to read and to answer. This is an outbound agent which is calling a lead who are filling the form. Let's analyze this prompt and let's see how we can write a clean and structured prompt for our voice agent. So first, I would like to say you have to put an identity for your voice agent. Who you are, what you do, and what else. The context is something you need to give to your voice agent for letting him know what he is exactly doing and what he need to do. The style could be something like, if you want your voice agent to answer few things in a particular way, so you can put it over here. Fourth would be rules. It could be anything your voice agent need to follow every single time. Flow is really important if you have a lot of data. If your agent is dealing with a lot of data and a lot of information, you need to describe the flow. What things you need to ask first, what things you need to ask second. So the conversation always goes on flow. The other thing which is super important is tools. If you have connected your voice agent or agent with a lot of tools, you need to state it. Like I have stated 4 tools. And the condition could be anything. Then comes the variable. If it is really important to describe your variables in the outbound agent. This one even the advanced builder get wrong. And I also learned this while shifting to different models while building a prompt and wondering why each model works differently with the same prompt. And I will be showing you how to fix that particular thing right now. You are not changing what the agent does. You are just optimizing to make sure it speaks the model language. It's always necessary to build your prompt according to your LLM. So how you want to do it? Let me show you. If you go with Azure or Anthropic, so you can choose any of the model. Let's say I choose Claude Sonnet 4.6. But Claude Sonnet 4.6 takes prompt differently, and ChatGPT takes prompt a bit differently, and each model has a way of understanding things. Currently, it's trained for Foro cluster, as I use this model a lot, and this is the model which gives me a very reliable data and very reliable latency as well. You can always optimize your prompt as per your LLM. How you can do it? You can just copy this whole prompt, and you can go to any chat model and can write something like this. Can you optimize this prompt as per the ChatGPT 4o cluster model? So we can see that it has written all the things, and I will just say, okay, go. And what it's gonna do, it will check how ChatGPT 4o cluster reads the prompt, and it will optimize the prompts as per that. So I use this practice a lot while refining my prompts and while fine tuning it, and it always works for me. So yeah, you can also try it. It might take you 2 minutes, but it creates a lot of difference. Third one is the one I'm most embarrassed about because I spent weeks on it before I even realized I was doing it wrong. I was obsessed with making my voice agent sound impressive. Smart responses, smooth transition, and almost human. That is the place where I went wrong because it used to sound great in demos and it used to give first impression like crazy. What about real use cases? It used to fail constantly. So this one will be about how we have to map down all the things which we want our AI agent to do before we step into writing a prompt or building any tools from scratch. So we need to understand why we are building this voice agent. To replace the manual and repetitive task which someone is doing right now. So we always not want it to sound fancy. We need to make it sound responsive and working. So how we did it right here in this prompt. I will be showing you that particular part in this prompt by breaking down few steps which we have created. So for here, we will be seeing the opening part. What is opening? Opening is something a call must say when it got picked up. Here, it's, hey, is this lead first name? This is XYZ. I saw you were looking at some of our property. Do you have 2 minutes? So the user will always say yes or no, maybe there will be some answer from the user, right? So we will be having if no context. So you have to say this. So in the step 2, we are building a logic. If we will be asking the contract check. So it's as per the use case, right? It's not always we have to do it, but in this use case, we have to check a contract. If they are associated with some or other dealer already, we will say a particular line. If no, then we will be moving to a third step, which will be a qualification round. And if the area is out of the zone which they serve, it will always disqualify. So we have to build these type of logics within the prompt so it could sound natural and it could do the work. Otherwise, it will hallucinate a lot of time and won't be able to answer things properly. So we can ask for budgets, how many bedroom and bathroom do they want. So when we get a call from a real estate agent, how it happens. Let's say you have taken all the information and you want to verify if I took everything right. So it will recap everything. Then it will suggest to book a meeting with a person whom you are building the agent for. And once you have built the agent, then you can ask him to check availability using tool called one, which could be a particular tool, and you can use any tool. So over here I have used Google check availability tool, and once it's integrated, it will check availability through Google if that particular date and time is available for me or not. If not, it will say something, and if yes, it will go on to another thing. So it has connect. So let's say if someone is available, but he don't want to talk on a phone call, so we can drop a email as well to the person that the person wants to talk to you in a text rather than a phone call. So we can define n number of logics to it while building, and these type of use cases, like how we are defining it step by step, it makes a prompt very structured and it reduces the hallucination time and the effort we put while building the voice agent. I want you guys to do the same with your prompt and see how it's working. The moment I started building my prompt, around real use cases and real scenarios, the exact conversation which happens 80% of the time. Suddenly everything changed. The agent which used to get fumble, hallucinate, and used to give wrong data now handling every single task smoothly. It just start working. Now every time it knows when to send a text, when to check the availability, and when to book a calendar. Everything click and it just start working perfectly. I would suggest stop making it sound like a human. Just make it handle the job like a professional. These three fixes alone will change how your voice agent performs. These are the universal changes which could be implemented every single time in every voice agent. If you are someone who is building it for the first time, so it could help you a lot in your voice agent building journey. But I know every build is different. Your use cases, your model, and your tools. So there's no one size fit for all the answers. So here is something what I want you to do. Drop your biggest voice agent problem in the comment below. The thing that might be breaking your flow or making your user experience worse. I will be going through each one of the comment and will be getting you a specific fix of the problem. If you want me to do a deep dive into one of these three mistakes, let me know which one below. If there will be specific comments, I will make a specific video on it. If this helped you, you can share this video with someone who is still struggling building their voice agent. See you in the comments.